was hit. We also know that civilians have been killed and wounded. And besides the capital, other cities such as Natanz, Khorramabad, and other areas have also been targeted. Now, the regime is saying it has come out and said that it's targeting Iran's nuclear facilities and nuclear programs. And this is the same regime that, of course, has assassinated Iranian scientists over the decades. And of course, nothing happened to them from the so-called international community. This IAE.
Shalom, everybody, and peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope you can hear me very well. This is the Iranian Regime TV, and this is live from Iran. The Israeli armed forces, they are wiping the floor with the mullahs of Iran. And now they are crying, they are playing victim. Those filthy regime who keep shouting death to America, death to Israel, and they want to kill every Christian, every Jew. Now they are claiming that they are victims. Those footage you cannot see anywhere actually. The only one have access to it right now is the Iranian TV. I don't know how clear the image for you. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Let me know if you have any difficulty from your side. Let me see if everything is working fine. All right. So again, peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. And those are wicked, like they keep begging them, like, come on, let us have peace. No, we want to kill all the Jews. Like, let us negotiate. No. Let us have a deal. No. And they think, they think really they are superpower. When we know, look at them, and look how stupid they are. You see, the Israeli, they deceive them. They, the American, they told the Iranian, by the request of the Israeli, that they accept to do one more final negotiation. And that will make the Iranian relax, because they will not attack until this negotiation happen. So supposedly they schedule one more week, but the American, they knew it's just a waste of time. Those people, Trump is begging them for the last 3 months. Let us have a deal, and they refuse. And now they made them shish kebab. And look at this woman. She come in TV from Beirut, this foreigner woman. Let me see what she's come back. She is saying, those people, the Iranian TV, when they invite them, that means usually they are anti-America, anti-Israel.
Of course, from Iran, from Hezbollah in Lebanon, from the Yemeni people and their armed forces and the Ansar Allah movement, from Iraq and elsewhere, and of course at a popular level. But at an international level, what we're not seeing, there's still a discussion. We see things like the IAEA resolution calling and this incitement of some kind of,
See this filthy scumbag, she live in Beirut. She's praising Iran, defending Hezbollah, and saying why the international community are silent. She don't see people hanging in the street from their neck. She don't complain about that. She don't complain about Iran slaughtering tens of thousands of people in Syria, in Iraq, and everywhere. No, she don't see that. She don't see what Hezbollah is doing in Lebanon, when they attack in Israel, not only in Israel, inside Lebanon. Those are the scumbags. She look like, those hippie, filthy, trashy junkie of the West, praising Iran, saying, where is the international community?
It's now tonight. We don't know exactly what has happened. One of them is Faridun Abbasi, who's a member of the parliament now. And of course, he also was before nuclear scientist.
I just received that the commander-in-chief of the Islamic Revolution of Iran is shish kebab. The commander-in-chief of the Islamic Revolution, this is the top, commander in the force of the terrorist, is shish kebab. The stupid Iranian regime, they put all the nuclear scientists in one building. And the Israeli, they made them shish kebab too. So not only they lost their buildings, they lost all the scientists in one day. The scientists who will make their nuke. A major, I just heard another news, a major commander of the general chief of the army is shish kebab too. I hope they will make the mullah, the big mullah of Iran, shish kebab too. Let us see. In Israel, they are saying that we reached the point of no return, because if we allow them one day more, Israel is at risk. So we have no choice but to do what we have to do. Yeah, they should have done this long time ago. I was waiting for this day for a long, long time. Very good. Make shish kebab of the terrorists. Come on. All right. Look at this coward, guys. This is a guy from USA. Shouldn't he be questioned and arrested? Somebody live in USA and he is supporting our enemy. Listen to this.
As you saw in Iraq, that war went on for more than a decade, and still was not resolved in any sense. It is true. This, by any definition under international law, is an act of war. I will be interested to see what Russia and China.
See the haters? This is an American citizen. Where is the CIA? Yeah, this is not a freedom of speech. When you support our enemy who want to kill American, this is a treason. This coward, he live in America, as you see. The name of this is city. You see, this filthy Iranian TV, government TV, they invite Western who hate America, including American. I hope this guy, he will be arrested, because this is not a freedom of speech. Iran killed 245 Marines. The first suicide bombing ever happened against American army. It was done by Iran in Beirut. And more than 54 French Air Force were killed too in the same attack. The only one who knows how to teach you how to eat your shit, you coward, is the Israeli. Excuse me, guys, for the language. I waited for this day for a long, long time. Seriously. Let me see if we can find more news. He's a former CIA. They should arrest him right away. Former CIA, huh? Let us see. And now everybody in the world, you should watch your mouth when you go against Israel. Do you see how Iran, how far it is? Nothing is far for Israel. They can wipe the floor with you. Until now, the attack is going, by the way. Breaking news. The Iranian, they confirm that the leader of the Islamic Revolution is dead. Let me show you his picture. Look at those cowards. They bring them from the west one after one to support Iran. The dogs. This potato is shish kebab now. Bye-bye. Look how many rings in his hands. He must be a homo. Look how many rings. Like, what is this? Abbas, what his name is? Abbas Nilfurhoshan was killed in Israeli strike. Very good, very good. Say hello to Nasrallah, buddy. All right? Don't forget to say hello to Nasrallah. I just received a news that the Israeli Air Force are hitting for the third time. Now, right now, as we speak, they are hitting for the third time.
Everything is mean the break dance.
And they hit more than one target, not only one. Well, actually, not only one city. They hit Asfahan, many cities. There is more than 70 Iranian until now confirmed leaders, not just names, you know. So look like the Israeli, they knew where they live one by one. It's like, you know, the same what they did with Hezbollah. See, they just here confirm that the Chief Major General Hussein, his name is Salami. His name is Hassan Salami, Hussein Salami. They just made him Salami. Hey Salami, how you doing? You're dead? General Hussein Salami. Okay. What about pepperoni? So you see what they are doing, the Israeli, like they are wiping the enemy. You know, I hope there is some kind of organized revolution inside Iran, so the Iranian people, they will take over the country. That will be great, because now look, all of their forces is demolished. Now is the time. I hope there is a plan for such a thing. If there's no plan, I hope the Iranian, they will take advantage, because you know most of Iranian, by the way, they hate this regime. Most of Iranian, they hate even Islam. They want to finish with this filthy religion. So I hope now the people of Iran, they will revolt and they will take over the country. It's a great opportunity, and especially if Israel hit really hard, major target, and the whole country is in chaos. I mean, look at the hit everywhere in Tehran. Look. I mean, and you know, we know the Israeli, like the Iranian TV, they try to make it the Israeli are hitting civilian target. Those are not civilians. Those are not civilian targets.
Sanjuga, I want to thank you.
There's no news in the fake Euro news. Let us see the stupid BBC.
That
And what I just heard that hundreds of airplanes they are attacking Iran. Hundreds, not 100. I guess the highest mullah of Iran now, he is in the deepest basement you can imagine. Israel announced closing all schools for extended time, which means nobody knows until when. Let us see. BBC is closing. Let us see Euronews. The general chief of the Israeli army announced this attack is historic. Is a historic attack on Iran. Let us see. What is? Yeah, 7 kilograms of makeup, and she's wearing hijab, and she have a Christmas light over her clothing. Let us see. The news in Euronews, France. Any update?
Our main story this hour. Israel says it's carried out what it calls preemptive strikes against Iran. Dozens of explosions are heard across the country, with Israel's defense ministry and military saying they'd struck nuclear sites and likely killed various top Iranian military and nuclear figures. Israel's defense minister Israel Katz has declared a state of emergency, saying an immediate retaliation from Tehran is expected. We'll be live to our correspondents in Israel, in Tehran and in the US.
The leader of Faylaq al-Quds, which is the Mujahideen, is shish kebab too.
Over the past hours, Israel says it's carried out what it called preemptive strikes against Iran. Dozens of explosions have been heard across the country. Israel's defense ministry and military have said they've struck nuclear sites and likely killed various top Iranian military and nuclear figures. Iran has suspended flights at Tehran's main international airport. For the very latest, let's go straight to Saeed Azimi, who's there in Tehran. Saeed, thanks very much for joining us once again. First of all, since we've spoken, we've got confirmation of a number of fatalities in Iran. What are we hearing about this?
Yes, right now we can confirm that the Commander-in-Chief of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, Major General Hossein Salami, has been confirmed dead by the Iranian state TV in the Israeli strikes on Tehran. And we can also confirm that former Atomic Energy Organization of Iran's head, Faridun Abbasi, is also dead. And another major blow to the military wing of Iran, Major General Ghulam Ali Rashid, head of the IRGC Khatam al-Anbiya headquarters, is also confirmed dead. And as we said, a couple of nuclear scientists have been targeted. We can now confirm that Dr. Mohammad Mehdi Tehranchi, head of the managing director of the Islamic Azad University of Tehran, who had a PhD in quantum physics, is now also confirmed dead. And the number of civilian casualties in Tehran are unbelievably high. We can also confirm that one little girl was dead in the Israeli strikes. She was found under the rubble. The body has been retrieved, and we have seen devastating footage from all across the country.
And what's the situation there at the moment, Saeed, in terms of the strikes? Are they continuing at the moment?
They are continuing, but not in Tehran. They are hitting Tabriz, and they're also hitting, I'm assuming, the Fordo nuclear site near Qom, because we have confirmation that Qom is being targeted. And the strikes, here's how the whole thing played out. They first struck Tehran. They first struck the residences and headquarters of Iranian top military and political and nuclear officials. And then they started hitting Iran's nuclear facilities and military facilities in Natanz. They have been hitting the Iranian enrichment facility in Natanz. They have been hitting the Imam Ali air base in Khorramabad, and they have been hitting air bases in Khonda, and now they are continuing to hit nuclear and military bases in Tabriz and Qom.
And at
See?
this point, have we had any official reaction from the authorities?
What authority? They are in the basement, potato. So guys, look, they are hitting every possible target where they have a nuclear facility is hidden, and every possible target where there's leaders. And I am assuming too that they are destroying all the long-range missiles and storage and warehouses. I mean, they are wiping the floor with Iran. And now Iran, I just heard from the head and the chief of the Israeli army that this surgery or operation will continue as long it's needed. It's not like 1 hour, 2 hours. It will continue as long they need to. There's no time limit.
Rising Lion, a targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival. This operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat.
See?
For decades, the tyrants of Tehran have brazenly, openly called for Israel's destruction. They've backed up their genocidal rhetoric with a program to develop nuclear weapons. In recent years, Iran has produced enough highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs. 9. In recent months, Iran is taking steps that it has never taken before, steps to weaponize this enriched uranium. If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival.
Benjamin Netanyahu speaking a little earlier there. Well, Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz has said that Israel is now under a state of emergency, expecting an imminent retaliation from Iran. Let's now cross to Noga Tarnopolsky in Jerusalem. Hi, Noga, once again. The Israeli military has also said this operation could take quite a long time. What are we hearing?
Yes, we are hearing that Israel expects the retaliation from Iran to be long and wide. We also heard before that from the Israeli army saying that this operation, which has been called Rising Lion, I believe, could last weeks.
Ooh, I like that.
I beyond that don't really know what to say. Israelis were actually told yesterday by the Home Front Command that they should calm down, that they should not overreact to American media reports, no need to hoard canned foods or water at home. So it's been a very confusing message in Israel, but right now the entire country is under absolute, complete emergency footing. Airspace over Israel has been closed, schools are closed, people have been told not to go to work. Tomorrow, the instructions for all Israelis, 10 million people, has been to stay home and to stay close to areas.
Isn't it tomorrow is going to be weekend
beyond
anyway?
That, we don't yet have information. I know that Israelis are now engaged in the Israeli Air Force in a 5th strike of this night in Iran.
Now, Israel, as you say, under the state of emergency, giving us some of those details there. This comes despite, Israel has one of the most formidable air defenses in the world, but it still needs backing from its allies. And this comes after US President Donald Trump warned Israel against taking this move against Iran. Is Benjamin Netanyahu somehow trying to force Trump's hand here, betting he will intervene against it?
Here you see the stupidity of the media. You see, if this is true, that American, they don't know and they don't agree. So why the American, they were moving their citizens from Iraq, from Kuwait, from Emirat, from Bahrain, from everywhere. So obviously the American, they've been informed and they're in total agreement with the Israeli in doing this attack. Trump, he gave Iran a golden opportunity to save their ass. He was begging them for the last 3 months. He did the same actually first term he was a president. They refused too. So he knew that this is just, they are playing games. Those are Shia practicing taqiyya. Like those 2 guys who called me yesterday, They will never give an answer. This is the Shia. They are very hypocrite, very lying, very sneaky. And Israel knew that. In fact, I don't like Netanyahu, but now I like him very, 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 very much. Very. I mean, add like 100 very, after it. I always speak against him, but what he did today, he fixed all the issues I have with him. We are zero balance, Netanyahu, I forgive you. Okay, go, don't worry. I forgive you, man. It's okay. Yeah. Hit. Make shish kebab for those coward sons of Mutaz.
Is saying that Iran has the ability to create 9 nuclear bombs that threaten Israel right now. This is an utter failure of all of his efforts over 3 decades, and he is likely to want to show that he can ward off that danger.
And of course, it comes as the UN's nuclear watchdog had just confirmed that Iran was enriching uranium beyond its obligations in the non-proliferation agreement. So you think this is perhaps something to do with Netanyahu's decision to unleash these strikes now?
I mean, look how smart.
Well, clearly this has been planned.
Look how smart the French. So do you think because the Iranian, they are enriching their uranium so fast and too much, this is the reason behind this attack? No. Let me correct you. It's because they are enriching falafel. I mean, the attack because of falafel. I mean, who put this guy in the TV? Just give me a break. I mean, Kamala Harris will do better, like what has been burdened, but what have I been, something like that. Who is this scumbag? Vereshur, USA, must be an Iranian who live in USA. This is Vereshur.
But this is all done by the West.
Sure.
In fact, former presidents of Iran said so eloquently that wherever you see this violence and destruction, America is behind it.
No problem.
And that's sadly the truth in this region.
Yeah.
We know this to be the case. We know that
those scumbag, they support terrorism around the world, and anything happening in the world is happening because of the West. They have terrorist camps in Venezuela, terrorist camps in Africa, in West Africa, in South Africa, in Gaza, in Syria, in Iraq, in Yemen. And then he's talking about everything behind it is the West. The West and the American, this big shaitan. Yeah, they are the angels. This guy, he live in America. I think he's an Iranian. Somebody called the CIA. All those who appear in this station should be wanted. This is the Iranian official propaganda terrorist TV. And look, they have 2 pictures. They keep repeating them. I mean, this is your country, and you have 2 pictures. Show us. Why you are hiding, you potato? That's it? That's what you have? I like the Israeli when they send their bombs. They make light. I like it, It's like a firework. Yeah. Oof. What is that? What the Israeli are sending now? Netanyahu, come on. Can you tell me the name of the bomb?
Government that has issued very contradictory statements about its future vision for Gaza, but I think it's fair to say the majority of Netanyahu's ministers have overtly, openly said that they want to empty Gaza of Gazans and they want Israel to take it over. So I do think we should keep an eye on Gaza.
Yeah, keep an eye. She must be lefty, by the way. All those Western TV stations, like French, they invite only left-minded, weirdo people to speak in their TV. Yeah. United States, Washington.
In terms of reaction there.
Yeah, the US doubling down on that, really. The only real official word that we've had has come from that statement from Marco Rubio, which again, it's worth pointing out because he says in that statement, tonight Israel took unilateral action against Iran We are not involved in strikes against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. Israel advised us that they believe this action was necessary for its self-defense. President Trump and the administration have taken all necessary steps to protect our forces and remain in close contact with our regional partners. Let me be clear, Iran should not target U.S. interests or personnel. Note, however, in that statement is missing a key line, which normally would be the U.S. supporting Israel in its strikes, in its endeavors.
You know what I noticed? That Hezbollah until now did not dare to fart. Like, do you notice? What happened to Hezbollah? Why Hezbollah don't get angry and, you know, takbir, Allahu Akbar, jihad? They are dead. In fact, Israeli, they hit Hezbollah today 3 hours or 4 hours ago in Lebanon. And they don't dare to fart. I mean, do you see how terrified they are? Very, very terrified. Teach them how to behave, those puppies. Let me see the IDF. Let us see.
I'm here.
One hour ago.
For years, the Iranian regime has called for the destruction of the State of Israel, planning and advancing concrete military plans to do so. Over the past few months, intelligence has shown that Iran is closer than ever to obtaining a nuclear weapon. This morning, the IDF began preemptive and precise strikes targeting the Iranian nuclear program in order to prevent the Iranian regime's ability to build a nuclear bomb in the immediate time frame. We have no choice. We are operating against an imminent and existential threat. We cannot allow the Iranian regime to obtain a nuclear weapon that would be a danger to Israel and the entire world. This operation is for our right to exist here, for our future and for our children's future. The State of Israel has the right and the obligation to operate in order to protect its people and will continue to do so. The IDF conducted significant preparations for this operation. We are well prepared both in defense and offense to defend ourselves. The IDF will continue to defend the State of Israel.
All right.
Saeed and Noga and I were talking privately 24 hours ago about the possibility of this kind of strike. Because there was words that came through that the Israelis had told the Americans that they were prepared to launch an operation inside of Iran, and we at one point thought that this strike could have come last night, but it's unclear as to whether they knew this strike was going to be happening this evening. Trump definitely knew that something was in the offing, though, going against what he said earlier when he said Israel didn't tell him. He said he just had a feeling that something was going on. But we have reporting that the Israelis did tell the Americans that they were preparing for a strike, and that was in part what prompted Trump to issue that order to evacuate the embassy in Iraq. That was also reporting done by my colleague JJ at CBS News. So the White House was likely caught unaware in the sense that they didn't know this was maybe not going to be happening immediately. But it is hard to envisage a world where they did not know that anything was happening whatsoever. But yeah, Donald Trump will not likely be happy about this. He's been looking for a more peaceful solution to the Iranian nuclear problem. And of course, there was a belief that these strikes, if they were going to happen, wouldn't happen before Sunday because it was announced late in the evening on Wednesday that Steve Witkoff, the man who's been running these negotiations for the Americans, was going to be meeting the Iranian foreign minister on Sunday. Now, it's unclear whether those talks will now still go ahead.
No,
Because, of course,
you
the
see,
game board now
you
is
see this
completely
this
changed.
agreement, this agreement about negotiation on Sunday, it was just to deceive the Iranian, to make them believe that the attack is not happening now. All right? Because they will negotiate about what? There's no need for negotiation. It's over. Now we can keep all the sanctions, so the Iranian regime can collapse, and we do not need to negotiate about anything. That's it. You see, the stupid Iranian regime, if they accept to come to a resolution, they can just do it like the Taqiyya style, you know? Like, okay, we will not, you know, we promise you. And then they keep doing what they do usually, doing it secretly. But they are stupid. They refuse to agree. And now there's no point of negotiation. Negotiate what? Why would negotiate? Who need them? What big mouth? What you are saying? Iranian news agency quotes security source as saying Iran planning decisive response to Israel. Yeah, you made me fart. I cannot wait for it. Yeah. You know, usually when the Iranian attack, all their missiles, they will fail over the Arab in Israel. It's like they are targeting the Arab, you know? I mean, they are so dummy. Like in the previous time with Hezbollah, Iran, when they hit missiles over Israel, one missile only hit farms owned by Jews. They killed 9 cows. The rest of the attack, if they attack anywhere, they hurt only Arab, which is very weird, you know? Like they send their missile to kill the Arab. Yeah, you see the Iranian TV, they are sending you a building to show you that those are civilian. No, those were the scientists, I think. Those scientists where they live. The Israeli, they hit precisely where they don't waste even a bullet. You know, they are very conservative in spending the money. You know, this is Israel. So they will not hit, they will not waste. So here you see this targeting. That means there's the commander, maybe the commander in chief. Look, this is a fancy building. You can tell this is a fancy area. So those are the leaders of Hezbollah in Iran. They live in this area. Look how fancy this area. Nice buildings. Look at the marble. Look at the windows. So this is not a civilian area as they try to present for you in the video. This potato, his name is Christopher Hilali. So he called himself a Christopher, but his last name is a Muslim. All right, potato. Obviously, he used a fake name. Yeah. Houthi Muslim. What the Houthi he said? The Muslim what? Yemeni leader, we are imposing air blockade in response to Israel escalation. So the Yemeni terrorists, they will close all the space of in the Red Sea, so no flight. I hope Trump will hit them, because that will break the agreement. You have no right to do that. At least one Lebanese killed in a fresh Israeli attack. Okay, no problem. He must be a member of Hezbollah. What the Lebanese doing in Iran? Yeah. Let us see here if there's anything. This is Gaza here. You see, those filthy Iranian, they caused the death of a lot of Ukrainian. All the attack the Muslims Chechenian army they do against Ukraine is made by drones made by this filthy regime. So I'm sure that the Ukrainian now they are so happy to see this filthy regime is paying the price. In fact, if I am a Ukrainian, I will give them some blow, joining the Israeli, because they deserve to be punished for their crimes. What a filthy regime. I mean, you cannot find one place there's a bloodshed, they are not participating in it. Look at the fancy building they have. Look. Yeah, this is where the leaders live. Fancy cars, fancy buildings, yeah. And the stupid regime, they put all the top nuclear scientists in one building. I mean, how nice is that, The Israeli do not need to look for them. Hello? Is that the building for the nuclear program? Yes, sir. Who's talking? Are you guys all of you there? Yes, we are here. Can you say takbir? Why? Because we will make you shish kebab. Say the last one. Last time. Go ahead. Say it. Who are you? I'm Jack Shalom from Jerusalem, you idiot. Boom. I mean, have you ever heard of somebody trying to protect his, program to make a nuclear? They put all the scientists in one building. I mean, how stupid you are. Like, you could not make it easier to the Israeli to finish them out? All of them in one building? Like, why? You are short of buildings? Look how genius they are. Unbelievable. I say we are the Arab, we are the smartest, which means the stupidest, but I think the Iranian this time they did beat us. Hey, sorry, Arab, the Iranian did beat you this time. You lost the Nobel Prize of stupidity. The Iranian, they did beat the hell of you. You can't be proud about the most stupid no more. Iranian, they took the first place. Iranian regime. Yeah, put them all in one building. Yeah, good for you. Yeah. Man. Let us see. They keep repeating the same pictures. The Israeli are attacking them non-stop, and they keep showing the same pictures. What about you show us what's going on? Iranian regime, shame on you, potatoes. Or what is that now? French. Yeah. Stupid French TV. Let us see if the IDF, they have any more news.
I'm here in the Kerem Shalom.
Don't tell me I'm here. You are not there no more. This is old video. Give me a break. I don't swallow those things. I'm here. No, you are not. So if you are here, who is here? I am here. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing in the IDF channel. Let me see if there is any news from different agency. Marco Rubio, he he announced that Israel, they told in advance the USA, and they told them that this is a very life-threatening situation, so we have to do it. And USA support Israel and their decision. All right. Marco Rubio, he warned the Shia militant in Iraq and Hezbollah or any other party to involve or else. Very good, very good. Let's see. I'm trying just to find some news somewhere additional to this. This is a collection of videos here. Yeah, there's nothing here.
We're hearing more details on the fatalities there in Iran so far.
Yes, we have now confirmation that Iran's Commander-in-Chief of the Iranian Revolutionary Guards Corps, or IRGC, Major General Hossein Salami, is now confirmed dead. His deputy, Major General Ghulam Ali Rashid, is also confirmed dead. That actually is a very, very significant blow to the IRGC and to the Iranian military wing. We have now confirmation that Iran's top military official, Major General Mohammad Bagheri, is safe. He was in the war room, and he's not killed in the Israeli strikes, unlike what has been reported in the media. And we also have confirmation that a couple of nuclear scientists, including former head of the Atomic Energy Organization of Iran, Faridun Abbasi, is killed. And we also have footage and reports of unbelievably high civilian deaths.
Now, Israel's, of course,
yeah, civilian. They are civilian.
Nuclear sites as well. What sort of confirmation do we have on that?
Minutes ago, the Israelis targeted Natanz enrichment site again. There had been an explosion earlier, and the fire and the smoke was not contained. But the second explosion came again, and right now the authorities in Natanz are checking for possible nuclear contamination and nuclear pollution, and the safety risks for the citizens of Natanz. And this is a very major escalation. It could endanger the lives of many people, not just in Natanz and the city, the whole province of Isfahan. And it's a very risky thing to do. We are aware that Israel tried to target 4 nuclear sites in Qom, exactly the sites that Iran today updated the centrifuges from IR1 to IR6, and in order to speed up uranium enrichment in response to a resolution passed by the IAEA Board of Governors against Iran, saying that Iran was non-compliant with the IAEA.
And of course, we're all waiting for the official reaction there from Tehran. I don't believe we've heard any so far. Do we have any idea when we can expect it?
No, I don't know for now when we can expect an official reaction from Tehran. But reports about Iran officially waging war are not true. There hasn't been an official statement yet, and we are yet to find out what is.
I believe that the next step is they will send commandos in the ground, and don't be surprised. Israeli, they have history of doing that. They did that in Syria. They did that in many places. When they attacked the nuclear facility in Syria, they sent commandos in the ground because those facilities, they were deep in the ground. So they have to enter it in, and they have to destroy it from within. So I will not be surprised that now they are attacking all the defense, and they are attacking what they can destroy from the space, and they will see from the intelligence in the ground, because I believe that the Israeli have some people who they are Iranian, they are spying for them to tell them the result of the attack. So if the result was success, then the Israeli army do not need to send commandos down in the ground. If the result is not success, either they have to repeat the attack, as we see here, he mentioned they are repeating the attack in the same place like second and third time, which means the first time is not total success. And usually what they do, because it is deep in the ground, they destroy the first shield, and then they destroy the second shield. Let us say that you have three floors, all of them, they are thick with concrete. So your bomb can destroy, let us say, a thickness of a 20 meter each. So they make a hole of a 20 meter, then the second bomb, until they reach all the way down. If they could not do it this way, then they have no choice except sending commandos in the ground. And the Israeli army are very well trained in commandos. They are the best in the world, you know. So don't think it's a mission impossible. Like in Lebanon, the Israeli commandos, they landed in the highway close to the airport. They arrest the assistant of Hezbollah leader at that time. They went down in the street. They have even dogs with them. Can you imagine? And all Hezbollah, they disappear from the street. So I will not be surprised if the Israeli do the same, even do some arrest. I will not be surprised if the commanders come down somewhere and they arrested some figures, you know, like maybe even scientists, so they can get more information from him or wherever he is about the program, and if there's more hidden locations. Let us hear if there's more news.
Expecting an imminent retaliation from Iran. Let's cross to Noga Tarnopolsky, our correspondent in Jerusalem, for the latest. As we said,
I don't think the Iranian will be able to respond right away. They are under shock. It's going to take them some time to swallow it. Especially the head of all commanders are potatoes now. They are shish kebab. So retaliation need an army who's ready to retaliate, and obviously they are, you know, I mean, look at them. Until now, they could not even shoot one airplane down. The Israeli are playing in the Iranian space. It's like going to do shopping. Like, did you notice? Round after round after round. Do you hear the news about one Israeli airplane shut down? Zero. This is telling you that they have full control of the airspace. So how they can retaliate? In order to retaliate, you have to be able to take your equipment out, expose them to the sky. The Israeli army now in the top of your sky. Now we know that Iran is so big, but we know in the same time that the Israeli, they have top technology. So they can notice where it's coming from, and they can eliminate the target immediately. Israeli Air Force, they can hit a target from hundreds of kilometers away. The airplane can hit a target far distance from where the airplane is. So when they speak here about when Iran is going to retaliate, I don't think Iran will be able to do anything. We might hear this guy, the Houthi, he shoot a missile which is usually hit nowhere, you know. It's just a stupid threat, you know, mean nothing. But I don't think the Iranian will be able to. They are under shock now.
The weekend will, in fact, be transformed by an Iranian attack, which is what the Israeli army is basically warning Israelis, that the next few days will be spent in air raid shelters.
It's a very interesting image you paint there, Noga. Israel, an empire trying to change the world, but it still needs the backing of its allies, doesn't it? It can't do this alone if Iran attacks.
Well, it can't do this alone. If Iran attacks, at least it has shown in the past it can't do it alone. And again, as we've been discussing just yesterday, we were told that the chief of staff of the Israeli army had made it plain to the Israeli cabinet that was eager to launch this attack that Israel could not go it alone militarily, that Israel should not launch a unilateral attack on Iran, which is exactly what is underway right now, as announced specifically by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who basically linguistically washed his hands of this and said the United States has nothing to do with this. So there are two aspects. Can Israel do this successfully on its own militarily?
Give me a break.
And will Israel be able to defend itself?
Yeah. Imagine this is an Israeli, you know, those lefty, they keep whining, you know, they are like, would we be able to defend by oneself? I mean, don't you see you're stupid? What's wrong with you? You are controlling their airspace. You killed all their commands. Would we be able? Lefty, you know, they bring the lefty. This is France 24, BBC. They bring you the garbage of any country. They will not bring you someone who says something right. You know? The American, I told you before, Trump is a potato. He will not go to war. He is not a war guy. But Trump now, he will get the fruit of this. Because he do not need to threat Israel. I mean, to threat Iran. He say, okay, see, I told you, you know the thing, you know. I told you, you don't listen to me. If you listen to me, we will have agreement. But you don't want to listen to me, no problem. Okay, no problem. So now the Israeli is the one who will attack. Trump is going to get the result. Like he will praise himself, like, I told them, I warned them, you will be facing my power. But he did nothing, by the way, you know. But I have to say, now Iran, when they send their missiles back, I think the American